What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. This is Fortan Zimbu. Yes, we're back again here for another video concern us black people. You know, the inner struggle, the invisible chain. You know, majority of us, we deny the struggle within us. And some they even said there was no slaving. It never existed. Some they said in my city or my state. I heard this from Foundation Black America. I saw one of the video. This is what I'm gonna talk about today anyway. One of Foundation Black America, he said he spoke to his grandparents. Just imagine, he said he spoke to his grandparents. He spoke to his grandparents about slavery. This Black America, this Foundation Black America, they advocate that they are the Navy American, you know. I have no problem about that, but just don't try to change history to fit your narrative, and that's the problem we have. He said something profounding is so stupid, something that happened, and you're saying it did not exist. How can you say something that happened years ago that it did not exist? And we all have record of everything, and we have evidence as well. There is a lot of evidence everywhere. And you have this Foundation Black America. He said he went to speak to his grandparents about slavery, and he was asking them questions. And he said he asked even the people in the neighborhood. He said he spoke to all of them, but majority of them, they said they never heard of it. We have the record. He said he went to speak to his grandparents about slavery, and this is what they told him. They never heard of slavery. It didn't exist. There was none. There was none in the states or the area that they was living. So imagine this. And this is a Foundation Black America that he's saying this. He spoke to his grandparents. My question is, all of this pretending Black America that they are pretending, I know they don't like me saying this. You can claim to be who you are. Nobody is going to reject that. I certainly don't want to. You have your right to do so, but don't try to change the narrative or the history so it can fit your narrative. My grandfather, he was nearly snatched. And just imagine, my grandparents, he was born in 1921. And you have a black daddy saying slavery can never exist. Come on, man, let's be real now. Pretending they're trying to claim things that is not theirs. Look, I am an African. I speak African language as well. That I know. We have culture where I came from in my country, and we speak foreign language. But you pretending, my question is, if you said your Navy, American Navy, America, that America is your land, you said you did know taken from the African to American. You said you was not enslaving. Okay, what is your culture and what language were all of you pretending was speaking in America before the European they came to America? Because you got the Red Indian, they have the language. You have Red Indian, they have the language, they have the culture. What is pretending the culture and the language? Because a vast majority of the Mexican, they lost the language. A lot of Mexican, they lost the language. They speak Spanish. They lost the culture. They don't have culture. But you Black America, the pretending Foundation Black America, what was the language your ancestor was speaking before the European they came to America? I just want to know that, because maybe you might be right that that land was your land. You might be right. You might be right that you never was in slavery. But the question is, what language were you speaking before the European they went to America? Can you speak what was the language before the European? Come on. The European, they came to Africa. They're trying to wipe away majority of us in Africa. They took a lot of African people to the continent of America, to the continent of the European. But we still have some of our language. Yes, we do. They push the language, the Portuguese, the English, the French, you know, and they push what? The German language. But majority of this free language, they push over the English, French, Portuguese. So, but we still maintain some of our language. We do. We have maintained that. But my question is, what language were you speaking before the European they came to American? because if your grandparents, they said slavery did exist and you guys wasn't taken in Africa, but what language, what culture did you guys maintain? Because what I see, you have the same culture that Black America, they have the rest of Black America, the same culture you guys have. I don't see anything. And you guys speak one language. They called English, and bad English, swearing and making up words. That's what I see. I don't see other language. And some of you speak Spanish. That's it. In Africa, we speak so many languages. There's African language, a lot of African language, and plus there's European language. In Africa, you got the French, the English, the Portuguese language. All of that exists in the European, they came to Africa, they forced the language and the culture within us. But majority of us, we did not lose all of them culture and language. We start bringing it back. Some of it, yes, we lost it all because of the beating. They pushed us to lose all of that we had. But we still maintain some of it. But what about you pretending? What about you pretending? What was your language? You can't tell me you lost it all. This is when I'm speaking about the inner struggle, the invisible chain. I want majority of us Black people, you should know that we already divided, and the European people, they divide us, and we're going in our way to divide ourselves even more. This is the problem. When you don't understand your struggle, or when you're trying to avoid your struggle, or when you're trying to push what has done to you far away, or when you're trying to remove your history so you cannot remember, and that's the problem. We need to recognize there's nothing wrong, recognize the wrong that has been done to us. We have to recognize that. We need to understand so we can move forward. Look at the world we're living right now. What is happening? What is going on in the world right now? What is happening right now? You have the European, they don't want immigration people in the country. Donald Trump, he pushed for what? No more immigration people in the country. But look at what Donald Trump did. He brought white South Africa to American. But he's moving all Black African and the Mexican from American. And you go Black African, they're copying what the European and the America they're doing, getting rid of. Just look at South Africa. They're getting rid of what? They don't want a Black African in their country. And this is Black people. Do you see Donald Trump pushing for European immigration to go back to Europe? No. His policy is not about white. His policy is about Black, the brown people. That's it. And you have damn African that we are so psychological breakdown. Consciousness, we are breakdown and damaged. You got a country that was under apartheid. There's a lot of wrong has been done to them. They're pushing for what? Immigration. And they're going after who? Black people. You won't see them going after white European. They're going after Black people. Their own race. Can somebody make that make any sense? The hatred that we have among each other. We don't want immigration. We don't immigrate. They're talking about Black people. Why don't you go to white place? You'll see there's a lot of immigration in South Africa, white, and a lot of India and a lot of Chinese. But you'll see them Black, they won't do this. I don't speak hate. We do this a lot to ourselves. White people, they push for a lot of hatred toward us. Like there is this book that I was reading from Allison. She said they call us savage. But if you see the people that are savage is white people. We are not savage people. White people they are. But we run the narrative. We try to embrace what they have pushed to us so we can do it as well. This is the problem we have within us Black people. We like to embrace bad thing that is given to us. Look at this in South Africa. White people, they're fine. Black people now, they're doing the damage. Can you see? Slave in mind. Psychological, we are breakdown and damaged people. And we don't want to recognize this. And we're thinking like it's going to go away. This remove the mentality of God coming down to save you, Negro. It's not going to happen. In America, they're waiting for the white Jesus to come to save them. Pretending Black America, they believe what Jesus is going to come just the way they see Donald Trump to come and save them. And you have Caribbean, the European Negro, and you have majority of us African, we believe that we're waiting for what Jesus to come and save us and help us. It will never happen. And this is why I'm talking about we need to change our way. We need to change the way we think. We need to remove the narrative, the slave mindset, the inner struggle within us, and the invisible chain that has been stuck on us for decades that we're struggling to remove, because we're leaving damage to our children, and is the most bad way to live. Well, that's the mess for today. I hope you can like, subscribe, tell me what you think. Please like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys to the next one. Peace.